Today we're going to be looking at marker pointillism techniques. Now you may have heard of pointillism in painting, where artists use tiny little dots or even marks, but we're going to be using just simple Crayola markers. So you can use any type of marker, but you do want that marker to be able to have a fine point depending on how you use it. So the whole idea behind this worksheet here, which is the first worksheet you're going to practice with, is value. So we're going to have different values that we make. These are flat values up here at the top. You're going to make flat values, different flat values with the black marker, from dark to medium to light. And then you're going to make different flat values by blending two colors together. This concept is called optical blending. So it relies on the trick of the eye. It's not just to blend adjacent dots of colors into one mass, but to actually blend two or more different adjacent colors into a solid mass or color. So what's that really mean? It means that if I look at one of these boxes where I've used two different colors of dots, that if I blur my eyes or kind of squint at it, that it should create a brand new color. So that's optical blending. That's all about the top half here, which is flat value, an even consistent value throughout the box. So really, the key to marker pointillism and doing this well is using a controlled dot. Sometimes we call this a stipple dot. So with your markers, you're going to want to make sure that you have your marker, you're holding it pretty straight up and down. We don't want to do this. This is going to give more of a blob. It's not consistent. So you're going to be holding it not straight up and down. You can, but it's going to make it a lot more difficult. But if you hold it at just a slight angle, you'll probably do pretty well. The other thing that you need to think about is controlling your hand motion. So this is going to be a slow process. So if I see you doing this, this is not going to cut it. That is not going to allow our eye to evenly blend those colors together. So that's the bit about technique that you need to know as far as color blending and values. Really what we're relying on is how close or far apart the dots are. So the first thing you're going to do up here with your black marker is you're going to evenly space the dots apart all the way up to the edge of the box, so that as I look at that, as I squint my eyes or I blend with my eyes, it looks like it's an overall light value. Some people like to be very mathematical or left brain about this, and you can do that also, but just realize if you do it this way, if you get one of those dots out of place, then it's not going to look like it has an overall light value or consistent value. So the next box over,